Hey and welcome to Neverwinter the Aragon. So the Masquerade of Liars event is over, that being the Halloween event. But which team won? Since in the Halloween event, again, we have three contestants, and then you have to complete quests with those contestants, and you have to get a minimum of 15 quests completed. I did go ahead and do so. However, logging onto my character, I immediately got no sign that I had either been part of the winning team or which team even won. Now, of course, I went to ask my friends what's up with that, and they were telling me to go to the Masquerade of Liars vendor and you'll get your reward if you are part of the winning team. And well, this character has nothing, and I did the majority of my quests on this character. Well, what you want to do is make sure to check all of your other characters. So I switch over to my rogue where I did one or two quests on it. And indeed, checking the vendor, well, even just logging in, you should get the quest Claim Masquerade Reward. And so going there, we then can see we can get our pack. Now this will depend if you're on the winning team or not. Now the winning team this year was the new one, which was the Mask of the Fallen team. There were the other teams like the Red Cap Miniature Gnome dude, and then also the Witch. If you're on those other two teams, the Red Cap and the Witch, you will only get a pack which will give you 200 Masquerade tokens. That is it, unfortunately. However, we can claim this pack, and within this pack, we can obtain any of the three visages, meaning it doesn't matter at all which team won. The people who are part of that winning team obtain this Visage choice pack, meaning if you want the Visage of Toil, you don't have to go pick the team with the Visage of Toil. The Mask of the Fallen is the one that won, and if everybody chose it, they could obtain this pack and pick whatever visage they want. So I'm going to showcase all of these visages to you guys. I'm on the preview server here, and we have 4 of those packs. The first one will just obtain the Blood Visage. The second one will obtain the Visage of Toil. And there you go. I now have 4 of the visages, including the Mask of the Fallen, which we could originally just go and purchase using the Masquerade tokens. You could get it early, and you could get last year's one as well, the Cryptic Visage, which we can then go and do. We can check our Masquerade token count, and we probably only have 3. So what we can do then is use these packs to obtain these tokens. Don't recommend it. The purpose of doing this event is to get the visages, and so yeah, well, there's not much point taking tokens unless you really dislike all of the choices of those visages. And then we can see these packs give us 400 tokens. We just need to copy over, I believe, 1 more, and we'll be able to purchase the Cryptic Visage, and I can show that to you guys as well. So let's display what these visages look like. Well, first we have the Mask of the Fallen, which is going to make us look like this. There's a male and female variant, and you can see it shows our armor illusion as well, which is pretty sick. Unfortunately, you can't change anything about it. You can jump around and the wings will flap a bit and then tuck in after you stand around a bit. Overall, I think it's one of the coolest visages. I would like to be able to change the color tones and also overlay it with my own fashion, but alas, it is what it is. And this is, again, Mask of the Fallen. You could choose this one from the pack. Then we have the Blood Visage, which you can see is going to turn us into a teeny, eensy, weensy little gnome. Little, chubby little fella. And he's basically just a red cap dude. He's got that weird looking thing. And unfortunately, when you want to use your powers in combat, you can very well be these little visage. You can see I can heal. I'm so mini. If you want to be trolling your teammates and being so minuscule and be the gnome race, go for this guy. He's just so amusing to be so tiny. Oh my god. Anyway, that's the Blood Visage for you guys there. And just have a look at that again. And then lastly, we have the Visage of Toil, which is going to change us into this little witch, which again is very similar to what you'd see with NPC witches, just green skinned ugly witch. And again, same combat animations, everything's just going to be the same there. Can't change any of the fashion. You're a bit smaller though than other characters, but yeah, that's that there. If you want to look like that, And there you go. Each of these visages will last you a total of 10 minutes. Even when you go in combat, they will still remain in effect. If you die, unfortunately, they do disappear. And to reactivate them, you have to use it from your belt. I don't believe you can use it from your inventory at all. No chance. Now, you can still go to the Zen market and purchase like previous year's visages, which are no longer available. What a tongue twister. But here you go. You can get the visage of the moon, and I can display that one to you guys. It's going to again change you into a werewolf like you've seen. He's pretty big, all things considered, and again the running animation is a bit unique as well, and that's about it, to be honest. Again, really off-putting that you don't get to see your weapons anymore. They used to have that. Like, why do they fix these bugs when they're like literally not impactful whatsoever to gameplay and just made the game cooler? Anyway, you can also purchase then, as you can see, the Visage of Roots, which I can't display to you guys, but it's going to look like this. You're just going to change into this root creature. And then you have the Visage of Maze, which is going to change you into this scarecrow guy with a pumpkin head. But you can only get those by buying them with Zen. Of course, you can again get a discount of 20% off with coupons from Invoking. And those are the visages. Let's get the cryptic visage and we can quickly display that to you guys as well. So there we go. We got a bunch more of those packs. Again, keep in mind, you will only get this choice pack if you're part of the winning team. So next year, let's make sure we all pick the same team and we'll all be winners. You do have to do a minimum participation of 15 of the quests from the contestant, from the team leader, and otherwise that's very easily done and you'll end up at the end of the event getting the choice pack, which is great. And we'll just again go get a bunch more of these tokens here, abusing the preview server so we can get all of the other rewards. Very nice. And that gives us up a whole bunch of our tokens. And now we can have a look and we can see we can get the cryptic visage, and also let's get the new broomstick and we can showcase that to you guys as well. The rest of the stuff, you can see it all there. Again, this event is primarily a fashion event. I also want to have a quick look what's up with, let's say, these potions here. This should be one that makes you big, one that makes you small, and one that turns you into a chicken, I believe. So we got those potions. Let's have a look what they do. So this one may result in rapid growth of fur and feathers. Let's use it. And yeah, indeed, we turn into a funny chicken. You can't do anything while this is in effect. You just gotta wait. You can see it's gonna last us a whole minute. So let's just wait this one out, guys. Amusing, but sure, not very practical. Pretty low quality chicken at that, eh? Back to our normal self, and let's see what the next potion does. Decreases the size of the inhibitor. Let's take the big size first. We use it, and well, didn't look like anything happened, to be honest. Maybe it didn't use it properly. Let's use the potion again. It's not using it. I'm spamming the button. Okay, let's put it in our inventory and use it from there. Okay, casting. Interesting. I guess you have to hold it down. And yeah, we are a little bit taller than normal. Okay. Again, that's going to last you just a full 5 minutes, actually. Wow. Okay. And let's have a look. We have the size reduction potions. Let's use those. You got to hold them down. They're a bit weird. And then you get reduced in size. Let's see. I think we're nearly normal size, but a little bit. Yeah, okay, we're definitely a bit smaller. And we'll use it again. Let's see, does it make us smaller? Unfortunately, it doesn't. But like going on our mount, is our mount like, okay, mounts generally scale with size as well. So we're just a little fairy. Unfortunately, we're not like super small. That would have been really amusing. Anyway, let's get rid of this chicken potion. No need to use that. And let's have a look at this cryptic visage. This one right here will turn you into like a ghost, and you'll just kind of float around as its movement. You can also mount up, which is really cool. I believe with wings mounts, you don't see them, and so you're just like Superman ghost. Whee! And otherwise, when you go have, let's say, some different mounts, they should also turn into ghost form. That's like really unique to this visage, which is pretty cool. You can have some ghost mounts. They're like even a little bit translucent. They are indeed. That is pretty sick. We can switch to like our griffin, and also we have a ghost griffin now. Woo! Yeah, one of the coolest visages with regards to changing your aesthetics on your mounts. But anyway, now we have the mount, which is the broomstick, the Witches Broom. Let's have a look at its visuals. We should be able to just type a broom here. There we go. We get the Witches Broom. We have already 3 different types of brooms in the game. Maybe we have more. But on the cryptic visage, your broomstick's gonna look like so. Yeah, I guess it's a broomstick, all right. Not too impressed since we already have quite a good few brooms, but again, purely aesthetics. Let's get rid of the cryptic visage buff just there. We should be able to just re-equip it and use it again. Yeah, and then the broomstick will look normal like this. Otherwise, pretty cool. Gonna fit into some aesthetic, I guess, on some people's fashion builds. Overall, that's about it for the entire Halloween event conclusion. That's how you obtain your rewards, and basically everybody choose the same team and we'll all go home winners. I'll generally just promote choosing the newest team probably, because there's no reason why not to. Just go for the newest team, and that way everybody knows which team to go for. Next year there'll be a new team around, and I believe the witch team will go away, while the red cap one, or the blood visage team, will still be there next year. So you'll still be able to obtain that visage if you, let's say, took the Mask of the Fallen this year. But it's the last year, I believe, for the Visage of Toil for the Witch. But if on all likelihood, they're going to add it to the Zen market next year then. So you'll be able to obtain it that way if you really, really wanted to. Oh dear, we are a little bit smaller than we should be. Alas. So again, special thank you to all of these channel members for their added support. And if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. See you guys around. Goodbye for now.